Hello everyone, I am back after a slight hiatus. Real life work has sort of kept me too busy to put videos out here on YouTube. However, I have been shooting videos, just haven't had the time to do the post-processing on them. So I have about 10 videos worth of material that I'm going to start processing here over the next few weeks. Now, there are some upcoming projects that I'm very, very excited about. One I just completed was a cottage build, so there will be a video for that. The cottage build will also include all the supplementary materials that sort of went into the build. There will be some sub-videos on how to make wooden timbers from polymer clay, and also stone walls from polymer clay as well. So I'm real anxious to sort of bring those to your guys' attention, and I'm real happy with the way the cottage came out. This video is going to focus in on a flaming sphere and base that I made for the wizard that plays in my Pathfinder campaign. So without any further ado, let's get on to this project. Alright, in SketchUp I'm creating a 1 inch by 1 inch base that I'm going to push off to the side. I'm going to be pulling it back into position shortly. Now I'm going to create a 33/64 inch radius circle. The reason I do that is I want it to be a little bit bigger than the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that up 1/32 of an inch, so it's the exact same height as the square to the right. Bring the square back over, and now I'm going to trim off some of the extra bits here at the edge. And the last part is going to be to raise the corners by 1/32 of an inch as well. So each one of those is raised. So that is our part. Now I just got to print that off on the 3D printer. Okay, we have the parts printed out now. What I'm showing you here is a standard 1 inch base that I've made on a 3D printer and mass produced. And I already have the magnet mounted in it. Now the piece that's going in top is from a Reaper Bones miniature. I believe it's a flame sphere, which I base painted black, so you can see how the pieces are going to fit in together. So what I'm doing now is just using some super glue to mount the flame sphere on top of the 1 inch circular base, which is the standard base I use for all my miniatures. Now that we have that, we'll let that dry. Now what I wanted to do is put some flames on the side of each of the four corners here. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going with the part that the solution that ended up working for me. I had tried first with a Liquitex, like a modeling sort of like a putty or material. That didn't work. Then I tried using a glue gun, which didn't work either. And then I tried using a cotton ball that you can see in the background. And none of those seemed to work. So what I ended up focusing on, or coming back to, was using the green stuff, and that worked quite well for me, I think. So what I'm doing is I want to fashion 4 little corner pillars of flame, because this base can be used either with the giant flame ball in the center of it, or without the flame ball, and a miniature, a standard size miniature can go in there. So what I'm doing is I've placed the posts into the piece I printed on the 3D printer, and now I'm just modeling, using my limited modeling skills to come up with something that as closely resembles flame as I can do. So I've got the green stuff on there, and I'm just going to use a end of a paper clip to pull some flames up and generate some flame effects. So in order to get the posts in there, what it is, I just use a tap and die set to drill down and then put some additional pieces of the paper clip in there as well. That'll lend some support to the piece, so it's not going to be a case where these will get knocked off easily. Once these things harden, they should be in there in pretty good standing. Now the reason that I'm going with a 2-part base, a detachable base for this, is because for this particular spell, the caster has the ability to move the flame ball around, and it can actually envelop a character. So in the case that it does envelop the character, what we'll do is we'll just pull the flame ball out and put the character inside of the little 4 mini flames there, and that's the reason that I'm sort of building these additional 4 flames on the side to sort of simulate that fire. So those 4 flames have been added. I mean, it only took me about 5 minutes worth of work to sort of get them rough configured to look fairly decently like 4 little mini flames on the side, and do a little bit of last minute touch-up work on them, but pretty happy with the way they came out. Now that we've completed the shaping of the outside flames, what we want to do is we want to mount a piece of roofing flashing to the top of the base right there. That'll allow the magnets in all of my mini bases and the base of the flaming sphere to lock down onto, so you don't have to worry about picking both pieces up when you're grabbing one. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some super glue and getting ready to glue the flashing down out. This is the same flashing that we used on the modular dungeon tiles, if you saw that before. You need you need to make sure that you get the stainless steel, because the aluminum ones, you can slap them on there, but they hold no magnetic, are not affected by the magnets, so the magnets certainly wouldn't do anything. So what I'm doing here is I am using a C-clamp to provide some pressure on the piece that I'm just gluing. So move that guy in there, fasten him down a little bit, make him nice and tight, and that should give us a nice tight seal. The super glue will cure pretty quickly, and we'll be ready to move on to the next step. So that's really the last part. I didn't show you the painting that I did for these, but I just used 3 different primary colors, red, yellow, and orange, to paint the flame, the base, and the little mini flames on the side as well. And then use some red and blackish red maroon wash to sort of give it a flowing, flamey sort of feeling. So again, I think I mentioned in a previous video, I'm not the best painter, not afraid to admit it, but so I'm not going to bore you with my painting. But you can see here how it works with a character who would be enveloped in flames, where this would be the way you would use the base. And if the wizard was just casting, you just use the circular base itself, or you could use both pieces if you want to maneuver around your gaming table. So that completes the build for this project. One thing I plan on doing in the future, and I won't have a video on these, but I may show you the byproduct of the work, will be to create some ice or acidic or other types of bases as well, utilizing the same type of mechanism. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching and stopping by. I hope you found it interesting. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so, or throwing the video a like if you did enjoy it. As I mentioned earlier, I do have quite a few videos that are ready for post-processing now, and I will be working on those over the next few weeks and over the holidays here. So stay tuned for some stuff coming real soon. Thanks again for watching, and take care, everybody.